afternoon, everyone. How are you all? So I'm super early today because I have a hairdressing client coming and I'm going to be busy this evening with another client. So I thought I'd get on and make my lunch. So I've had a few requests to do quick and easy lunches. Now this is with a TM6. If you don't have a TM6, it's not quite as easy. You can still use Varoma temperature if you have a TM31 or a TM5. TM31 only goes to 114 degrees and TM5 goes to 120 degrees. The TM6 goes to 160 degrees. So, but first of all, I wanted to make my Asian stock paste. Now this is a raw paste. It's my own recipe. You can make it whatever you like. You don't like coriander, you don't put it in. You don't like ginger, you like ginger, you can add. It's not a recipe anywhere. It's just something off my head. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? Anyway, so it's got garlic, chili, ginger, lemongrass and coriander root. Okay, so I often find that the root of the coriander just gets totally wasted, but there's lots of really lovely flavor in there. So I'm going to make a very quick paste, set that aside, then I'm going to leave my bowl dirty and I'm going to do my stir fry. Okay, so I'm going to flip you about and we'll get straight into, so this is a free fall, like a free fall, yeah, manual mode, that's the one. So I've got coriander root, I've got about 5 pieces of that. As I say, I've only got 1 stick of lemongrass. So lemongrass, and these are the rest of my beautiful red chilies off my chili bush, a handful of garlic, and I didn't have any fresh ginger, so I'm just using the ginger paste I had in the freezer. So that's when it's really handy. If you get garlic and ginger cheap, now I never ever buy Chinese garlic, never ever. I'd rather pay $50 a kilo for beautiful non-bleached garlic personally. So chucking all of that in with just a little bit of salt. Now the salt will help preserve it, but it won't preserve it for months like the stock paste that is cooked, because I'm not using as much of that. Okay, I just want it so that when I want to make a quick stir fry, I don't need to add any other salt. So I'm just going to turbo that, I'll chop that. Until I can't hear it any longer. So anything over speed 6 will chop down. If you only go to speed 4, it won't obliterate it. But if you once you go over speed 6, I think I went to speed 9 then, so I may give that a quick scrape down just because of the lemongrass. It can be a little bit woody, so I'm just going to give that a quick scrape down. And I'll just pop that up for another couple of seconds. So you want to go fast enough that you're going to chop down that lemongrass. If you don't have lemongrass in, you could probably go to speed 6 to 7. But with lemongrass, you want to go up to about 8. And you could hear that that had finished. Okay, so I've got my jar here. And I'm just going to pop that in. And then I'll just leave my bowl dirty and go on and make my stir fry. So I've been making a lot of stir fries lately because it's very quick, very easy, and really, really nutritious. So, all right, so get that into the jar. And then whatever's left in there is going to be in my stir fry. So hopefully it's not going to be too chillified. Anyway, so because I've been making a lot of stir fries, I just keep coming back to, I'll just come forward a little bit. I just keep coming to my recently cooked. And you can see, last night, if you were watching, I did the sous vide salmon, which was beautiful. And I use either of these two. The blended mixed vegetable soup, I just use the beginning part of it. But because that's if I'm just doing vegetables, but I'm doing meat today and I've got chicken cubes. So I want to restart. Now this recipe also does the garlic at the beginning. Now I don't need to do that, so I'm going to go straight on to step 2. I do want to add, I'm going to use ghee again. You know me and my ghee. So if you want to use your olive oil or your coconut oil, I find coconut oil way, it just takes over the flavour. So I'm actually just going to pop in a tablespoon of that. Actually, it doesn't matter about the weight because I've already pre-weighed my protein, and you can see I've got that in reasonable sized chunks because with chicken breast it can sometimes dry out a little bit, so you want to make sure it's cooked properly, but you don't want to overcook it that it's dry and tasteless. And then my veggies, I've got carrot, beans, some leek and green capsicum and carrot. So whatever, the total amount is going to be around about 250. So I don't need salt because I've already got it in there. I'm not going to worry about the pepper. And I'm going to pop my splash guard on. And away we go. So, all right. So whilst that's going off, let's have a quick chat. So who's on today? So just give me a wave, say hi. Now, who has not done saute? Who has not? If you've done it through guided, then that's absolutely brilliant. But if you have done something of your own, I'd love to know what recipe you are using, just off your own head, okay? Because I'd love to inspire you to actually have a go at stepping away from the main everyday cookie do things. So just save a couple of things into a collection and use part of a recipe. You don't have to use the whole thing, okay? So the more you use your Thermomix, the more confident you'll get that you can actually step outside the square. So most of you know, I've been doing this metabolic program for about 9 weeks now. I use my Thermomix for, I'd say, 95% of my meals. So from breakfast, I'm going to come to you and do a breakfast probably on Thursday, not tomorrow because I walk really early and I don't think any of you will be up at 5:30. So, but on Thursday, I will do one of my really quick breakfasts, okay? Because you can use your Thermomix for breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's not just a cocktail maker, okay? As much as it makes the best cocktails, which I'm not having at the moment. So I'd love to know what you are doing with your Thermomix, if you're following the rules or if you're making your own thing. I know a lot of my customers follow a keto low carb lifestyle, so they are tending to use their Thermomix a little bit outside of the normal cookie do, even though we have fantastic recipes for low carb and keto on there. But it's about being able to use it to your best advantage. So like, you know, making your stock paste and leaving your bowl dirty. Even if you're grating chocolate, leave the bowl dirty, put milk in there and make yourself a hot chocolate. You know, just think outside the square. Every time you're going to use it, think, oh, well, line up what you're going to do. If you're going to make, I'm just trying to think off the fly here. I'm just chatting away, waiting for my lunch to be ready. So yeah, give me some ideas of some things that you're doing, because you know, we never stop learning. This is a journey. It's not die hard and you don't have to do exactly the same thing that I do, but if I can give you some ideas and some inspiration, then I feel like my job here is being done and I'm not just rabbiting on for the heck of it, okay? If you watched the other day, I made these crackers. They actually look a little bit like dog biscuits, but these are the sourdough discards crackers. So they are an American recipe. So if you go looking for them, you need to change your filter. You need to put the USA on, because if you put discard, it won't come up with anything. So, and there are lots and lots of recipes for your sourdough discard. And my understanding of the discard is just, it's when you put your sourdough to sleep. So if you're feeding it every day and it's really active and bubbling and you're making sourdough every day, but if you're going away for a little time, you want to put it into the fridge so it won't die. And that's when they call it the discard, is my understanding anyway. So we've still got a couple of minutes to go, but I'm going to do one more little trick with this recipe. Oh, it's smelling so good. I'm going to flip you back so you can see what's going on there. And I'm just going to pop a splash. Now this will have started to caramelize on the bottom. Now most of you would know that your TM6 can often take up to 20 seconds to cool down. And this is as hot as it ever gets, but for some reason, when you stop this, it stops without the 20-second cutoff, which I love. The other thing is it defaults back to 7 minutes, okay? So, and because I didn't have all chicken in there, mine could well be all done now. So you can see down the bottom there, actually a piece of chicken's just got caught. It has caramelized a little bit. I'm just going to see if I can move it to, actually as I'm sort of, you can see how it's sort of caramelized a little bit down the bottom there. So I'm just going to give that a quick stir, and I'm going to put a small splash of balsamic vinegar. This makes my sauce. So it's, I guess technically this one's not actually a stir fry because it's going to have a little bit more sauce that I can enjoy. Better put my splash guard back on. And we'll start again. Now I can change this down just for another minute. Okay, so that is going to be my lunch made in 7 minutes. So get yourself organised, have quick healthy meals, and life is great. So anyway, that's all for now. I'll say tutty bye, and if you've got any questions, you know I'm here. Just send me, you can send me a private message if it's something you don't want to put up on the thread, but otherwise please comment in the thread because that helps me get out further to help inspire everyone else. So hashtag replay if you're watching this later on this afternoon, and it's now doing its cool down, so my lunch is ready. See you all later. Take care. Bye now.